Hi, second grade. I want you to take a look at this picture and try and figure out where we're going today. Where do you think this picture is? It's on a farm. We're going to a farm today and looking and listening to songs that might be on a farm. Now, I want you to think about the pitches, our solfege pitches that we've already learned so far. We've learned do, mi, so, and la. So we're going to practice those pitches really quickly. I'm going to give us a starting pitch, and I'm going to have you sing after me. Do, mi, so. So, la, so. So, mi, do. Good. Now I want you to make sure, we're going to do that again. Make sure you're using your hand signs. Here we go. Do, mi, so. So, la, so. So, mi, do. Good. Now we're going to listen to a song. And what I want you to do is make sure you're listening carefully. This song is called Old Woman and the Pig, and she owns a very pretty pig. And I want you to listen specifically for a pattern. And the hint is that it's in what a pig says. Let's listen. So if we were listening closely, and we should already know what a pig says. What does a pig say? Oink. Now, did they sing oink in the song? Yes. How many times in a row did they sing oink when it came up? 3 times. So I want you to really listen to that pattern of the oinks. Pay attention. Let's listen again. And I want you to try and sing along on the oinks. Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink. Now, if we were listening closely and listening to those oinks, let's listen. Oink, oink, oink. How far apart, how much higher are the first 2 oinks than the last oink? Oink, oink, oink. They are 1 step apart. Now, we know that this is do. That was our last one. The one that was on the first 2 oinks is 1 step higher. And the pitch that is 1 step higher than do is re. Now, the reason our hand sign is like this for re is, or help you remember that it's like this, is because re can move up to mi, so it's slanted up to go to mi, or it can go down to go to do. So if we are going down, it goes down to do. If we're going up, it goes up to mi. Do, re, mi. So I want you, we're going to sing this song, but instead of singing the oinks, I want you to sing re, re, do. Here we go. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. Re, re, do.
There was an old woman and she had a little pig. He didn't cost much cause he wasn't very big.
Re, re, do.
This little old woman kept the pig in the barn.
Re, re, do.
This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. The prettiest thing she had on the farm.
Re, re, do. Good. Now let's try to learn the whole song. So I'm going to take it phrase by phrase. You sing it after me. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. Oink, oink, oink. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. He didn't cost much cause he wasn't very big. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. The prettiest thing she had on the farm. Oink, oink, oink. Good, let's put some parts together. Let's listen. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. Oink, oink, oink. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. He didn't cost much cause he wasn't very big. Oink, oink, oink. Oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. The prettiest thing she had on the farm. Oink, oink, oink. Good, let's put more together. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. Oink, oink, oink. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. He didn't cost much cause he wasn't very big. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. The prettiest thing she had on the farm. Oink, oink, oink. Good, let's put all of each verse together. So sing after me. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. Oink, oink, oink. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. He didn't cost much cause he wasn't very big. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn, the prettiest thing she had on the farm. Oink, oink, oink. Good. Let's sing it with the song. Make sure you use your hand signs on the oink, oink, oinks for Ray, Ray, do. But this time, when you sing with the recording, instead of singing Ray, Ray, do, you're going to sing the oinks, just like we practiced. Here we go. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. Oink, oink, oink. There was an old woman and she had a little pig. He didn't cost much 'cause he wasn't very big. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn. Oink, oink, oink. This little old woman kept the pig in the barn, the prettiest thing she had on the farm. Oink, oink, oink. Good job, boys and girls. Now, we're going to look at another song. And this song, what we're going to first do is try to find out where do is. Now, if we look on this page, we see that it tells us that do is on the second line. So any note that we see on the second line of the staff is do. So our very first note is do. Then we see it again in this third measure, fourth, fifth, and so on. So any note that's on that second line is do. So now what I want you to do is find the do, re, mi pattern. Remember, re is right a step above do, and then mi is a step above re. So that means that since do is on the second line, that means re is going to be in a space, the second space, and mi is going to be on the third line. So let's see if we can find out where a do, re, mi pattern is. Very good, in this purple highlighted section right here. So anytime we see that pattern, that's do, re, mi. So now, and each phrase is going to start with do, re, mi. So let's listen to the song, and I want you, every time we get to the beginning of a phrase where it starts with do, re, mi, you're going to sing do, re, mi and do the hand signs on that part. Here we go. Do, re, mi.
In the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza.
Do, re, mi.
In the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Do, re, mi.
Then dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie.
Do, re, mi.
Then dear Georgie, the hole.
Now, there is more to this song, but that was good practice with doing the do, re, mi pattern. Now, this song, we're going to listen to the whole way through, and I want you to pay attention to how this is what we call a dialogue song, meaning that this is a conversation between two characters. Did we hear who our two characters were? Let's listen and find out who our two characters are.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Mend the hole, then Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, mend the whole bin, dear Georgie, the whole.
So who are our two characters? We have Liza and Georgie. Who starts singing first? Georgie sings first, and he's talking to Liza. And then Liza answers Georgie back. So let's listen to the whole song, and I want you to tap to the beat or pat to the beat as you listen and try and figure out what's happening in this song and pay attention to what they're singing and saying.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
Mend the whole bin, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, mend the whole bin, dear Georgie, the whole.
With what shall I mend it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I mend it, dear Liza? With what?
With a straw, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, with a straw, dear Georgie, a straw.
The straw is too long, dear Liza, dear Liza. The straw is too long, dear Liza, too long.
Cut the straw, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Cut the straw, dear Georgie, the straw.
With what shall I cut it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I cut it, dear Liza? With what?
With a knife, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. With a knife, dear Georgie, a knife.
The knife is too dull, dear Liza, dear Liza. The knife is too dull, dear Liza, too dull.
Then sharpen it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Then sharpen it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Then sharpen it.
With what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza? With what?
With a stone, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. With a stone, dear Georgie, a stone.
The stone is too dry, dear Liza, dear Liza. The stone is too dry, dear Liza, too dry.
Then wet it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Then wet it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Then wet it.
With what shall I wet it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I wet it, dear Liza? With what?
With water, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. With water, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. With water.
In what shall I get it, dear Liza, dear Liza? In what shall I get it, dear Liza? In what?
In a bucket, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. In a bucket, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. In a bucket.
There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.
So what happened in this song with Liza and Georgie? Yeah, there's a hole in the bucket, and Liza keeps telling him ways to fix it, and Georgie keeps coming up with problems. She tells him to fix the hole, and then he asks, well, what should I fix it with? And she says, a straw. He says, the straw's too long. She says, then cut the straw. And he says, with what? She says, cut it with a knife. And he says, the knife's too dull. It won't cut. She says, then sharpen the knife. Then he's like, well, what should I sharpen it with? And Liza tells him to sharpen it with a stone. It's a whetstone. That's how you sharpen knives. And he says, well, the stone's too dry. That's why it's called a whetstone. It has to be wet. And she says, well, wet it then. And he says, with what should I wet it? And she says, with water. And he says, what should I put the water in? In a bucket, she says. And then he gets to say, there's a hole in the bucket. It's been a circle. We come back to the fact that there's a hole in the bucket, and he can't fix it because there's a hole in the bucket. So, it takes a roundabout way to get through this song. Now, which phrase has this has how many phrases in each verse? 2. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole. Which one has a more final feeling to the end of the phrase? The second phrase, because the ending note is long. Now, we're going to take a look at these two melodies. There are 2 of them right here. And they both end on the same length of note. They both have dotted half notes. So that means that they are worth 3 beats. Now this one, the top one goes mi, mi, re, re, do. And the bottom one goes do, do, re, re, mi. Which one has a more final sound to it? Mi, mi, re, re, do, or do, do, re, re, mi. The top one has a more final sound to it because it ends on do. Yes, and it follows the same pattern of where do is in the song we just did. So do is on that second line. And now I want you to focus on those 2 patterns. Mi, mi, re, re, do, or do, do, re, re, mi. And we're going to listen to a song, and I want you to figure out which one. Is it the first one, mi, mi, re, re, do, or the second one, mi, do, do, re, re, mi, that's used over and over in this song. And you may recognize, I'm pretty sure you're going to recognize this song. So before we get too far into this song, what pattern is used over and over again? The first one, mi, mi, re, re, do. And what is this song? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. What part of that is the mi, mi, re, re, do? The E-I-E-I-O, yes. Now, we are going to listen to it the whole way through, and what I want you to do as you listen is think about what animals these instruments could be representing or imitating. So what animals are these instruments trying to sound like? And I want you to think about what new pitch did we learn today? Re. Very good. Here we go. Let's listen. And if you'd like, sing mi, mi, re, re, do. do. Me, re, re, do. I hope you boys and girls enjoyed that and were able to think of the animals that they were trying to sound like. And I hope you enjoyed your music lesson, and I will see you next time. Bye.